Hi, it's Tom Hodson of Many Nations again. Now that we've gone through some basics and understand how to maximize your pension, now let's talk about the questions that tend to come up most often. When you can access your money, what happens if you leave your job, and how taxes work. Let's start with what happens if you leave your employer. One of the biggest advantages of a defined contribution plan is that the money is yours. You keep everything, both your employer contributions and your contributions. Once you leave, your employer notifies Industrial Alliance, and after your final contributions are processed, you'll receive what's called an option statement. The option statement outlines exactly what you can do with your pension savings. In most cases, you'll have a few main options. You can transfer your funds into a locked-in retirement account, often called a LIRA, either with Industrial Alliance or with another financial institution. You may also be able to transfer the funds into another employer's pension plan if your new employer offers one. And depending on your balance and the rules, there may be situations where you can withdraw funds, although taxes would apply if that's applicable to you. The key takeaway is this: your pension is portable. It moves with you throughout your career, and it doesn't stay tied to your employer. Now let's talk about when you can actually access the money. This plan is designed for your retirement, so generally you'll access these funds later in life. Most plans allow access starting around age 50, with full retirement typically somewhere between 50 and 65, depending on the plan rules and your situation. When you reach that stage, you don't usually take the money out all at once. Instead, the funds are transferred into what's called a retirement income vehicles. These can include a life income fund or LIF, which allows you to withdraw income over time, a locked-in retirement account or LIRA, which continues to hold or grow your funds, or an annuity which converts your savings into a predictable stream of income. The goal at that stage is to turn your accumulated savings into reliable income throughout retirement. Now, while this plan is built for retirement, there are specific situations where you may be able to access funds earlier. One example is small balance unlocking. If your total pension value falls below a certain threshold, based on a percentage of the year's maximum pensionable earnings, you may be allowed to unlock the full amount. Another situation is financial hardship. If you meet certain criteria, you may be eligible to access a portion of your funds to help with immediate financial needs. There are also provisions for serious health conditions or shortened life expectancy where funds may be unlocked earlier. And in cases where someone has been a non-resident in Canada for an extended period, typically 2 years or more, there may be an option to unlock the full value of the account, subject to approval. Now let's talk about taxes, because this is an important piece to understand. If your income is taxable, your contributions to the pension are tax deductible. That means you reduce your taxable income today. At the same time, the investment growth inside your pension is tax deferred. So you're not paying tax each year as the money grows. But when you withdraw the money later, typically in retirement, it is taxed as income. A simple way to think about it is this: you're delaying taxes to a future point when you may be in a lower tax bracket. If your income is not subject to tax, then both the growth and withdrawals may also not be taxed, depending on your situation. Finally, let's talk about how you stay on top of your pension. You have access to an online portal where you can view your account balance, track your investments, and use tools to help estimate your retirement income. This is called My Client Space, and this is something worth checking in on once or twice a year just to make sure everything still aligns with your goals. And if you ever have questions or need help, there are people available to support you: your HR team, myself as your plan advisor, and our Many Nations office. To wrap this up, your pension isn't just a benefit you have today. It's a long-term asset that grows with you throughout your career. The more you understand how it works and the more intentional you are with it, the more control you have over what your retirement looks like. My email address is on the screen, and I would encourage you to reach out should you have any questions, want to discuss your pension, or want to better understand the online tools. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.